Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl G Vanity here with another video for you guys. And as you guys could see by the title, I'm going to be talking about my experience in beauty school, and I'm going to try my best to give you guys all of the details that I can remember. You guys could see that I do have my makeup on, so today's video is just going to be me talking about that specific thing, okay? So if this video fits you, if this is the video that you feel like will benefit you, then continue watching and experience. So the school that I went to, it's called Capri Cosmetology Learning Center. I live in New York, so it's based in New York. And I started school, I think it was like November 2018. And I went for the aesthetics program. So when you go to like beauty school, I'm thinking, I guess they have, I'm pretty sure they have aesthetics program and they have cosmetology program. The aesthetics program, which is the one that I went to, is facials, waxing, makeup, and just skincare in general and stuff like that. And the cosmetology program is hair care, nails. They get a little bit of facials and a little bit of makeup. So the cosmetology program is a little bit of everything, but more focused on hair. So I did not go to that program because I don't do hair and I'm not really interested in doing hair like that. So my focus was more of makeup and skincare because that's what I love doing. Okay, so I went for aesthetics November 2018. Now the aesthetics program is a 4-month program. Okay, so at least from New York, where I'm from, it's 4 months to complete the whole program. And how many hours? I think 600 hours it is. Is it 600 hours? I think 600 hours. I'm going to double check, but I think it is 600 hours. So 4 months, 600 hours, and you have to complete all your hours in order for you to graduate and be able to go and get your license. Okay, so like I said, I went November 2018, and by the time I graduated, it was a little bit over 4 months because, you know, of my absence and me being late and all that stuff, which is another thing, you guys, that I will talk about. Let's actually just add that right now. So basically, when you pay for school, like when you come late, they count your hours. So you need to have 600 hours. But if you go past 600 hours after certain times, I think it becomes $14 per hour. It was something like that. So depends on how many times that you miss, how many like classes you miss, how many hours, days of school that you miss, you're going to have to pay for that. Okay, it's not going to be free, which is why I would just tell you guys, if you're going to try and be focused on going and be ready to go every day, so you don't have to pay for that, or at least try to make up your hours like within like a good amount of time before your graduation date. Okay, so that's one thing. All right, so like I said, I graduated. I was supposed to graduate November, December, January, February, March. I was supposed to graduate March 2020. Okay, I was supposed to graduate, no, not 2020. I was supposed to graduate in March 2019. And with my hours and everything, I ended up graduating in April of 2019, okay? So I ended up spending about 5 months there. So 1 month over the amount of time that I was supposed to spend there. Because like I said before, I was late and I was missing days and everything like that, okay? So that's that. All right, now, it could be a good experience for you depending on where you're from, what school you go to, your teachers and everything like that, your directors and stuff. But for me, I did not have that great of an experience. And if somebody was to ask me, was it worth it? I would say no. Okay, here's why I would say no, it was not worth it, at least for me. So don't take this video as just because I did not have that good of an experience that you should not go for it, because it also is really good to have a license on your resume. It just looks good, period, for you. So just go and get it done, and just as long as you don't worry about nothing else, just worry about yourself and what you want to do and build for yourself, then I think you'll be fine. But for me, like I said, if somebody asked me if I would recommend it or if it was worth it, I would say no, only because of the school that I went to. The people that was in the school, the director, it was like everything was just not, the teachers, it was just not what I had expected. We're gonna pause on that for 1 second. I don't want to go over my words too much, but I'm trying to just give you guys everything I can remember like in one video. So basically, let's talk about the price real quick, and then we'll go back to the experience, because this is one of the reasons why I would not recommend it, or I would say is not worth it. Okay, so the price of the school that I went to for 4 months, 600 hours was $10,000. Okay, so $10,000, that's how much that it cost for the aesthetics program. Cosmetology program costs, I think, about $5,000 more because it's a little bit longer. I think they're like 7 months, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about aesthetics. So the aesthetic program that I went to cost $10,000. Okay, 10,000 US dollars. Okay, so so when I first went there, I was really excited because, you know, this is something that I love to do. I've been doing it for a while. I wanted to get licensed. I wanted to get more experience because, you know, it's always good to learn. Like, you feel like you never could stop learning, especially if it's something that you love. There's always something out there that you don't know that you can teach yourself or learn from somebody else, right? So I was like, oh, like, that's good. Like, that's not bad, whatever, $10,000. So what I did was, like, there was no way I could afford $10,000 at the time. Like, there was no way I had $10,000 out of pocket to pay for this thing. And the other thing is, my parents were not supportive of me doing it. So it's not like they were helping me doing it. I was doing it on my own, okay? So what I did was I took a loan, and I got a loan for like $6,000. So, and then the other $4,000 I had to pay out of pocket. So that had to come from me. So I worked really, really hard, you guys. Let me tell you, this is another reason why, like, I really was not that happy, and I really, like, don't think it was worth it, because I felt like I wasted my money a little bit. Like, I felt like I didn't learn as much as I wanted to, or as much as I thought I would. So that $4,000 out of pocket is basically $10,000 out of pocket, because I'm still paying, still right now, I'm still paying for the loan that I took for the $6,000. Okay, so, you know, so it's not like I got anything for free. It was just for the moment that I got the loan, I got approved for $6,000. So, but that $4,000 I was paying, since I was there 4 months, I was paying $1,000 a month. So that's how much I paid. That's how I paid for it. So I paid $1,000 a month, and then that's, you know, like, for me, I'm not rich. I don't got money. So if I'm paying that amount of money, and I feel like the course is not that long, I was expecting, I don't know if it was, I was expecting too much, like, going in. I don't know. So that's one. So we're going to go back to why it's not worth it with my experience. This is one of them, because this was the price. That's how much it was for $10,000. Like, I'm expecting my experience to be good, the teachers to be good. So this is how it went. Okay, are y'all ready for this? Because, okay. So, let's start with the teachers. I had some pretty amazing teachers. Like, okay, the teachers, they were nice. Like, I'm talking about, like, you know, personality-wise, like, stuff like that. They were really sweet, really nice. If you ask them questions, they answer your questions, whatever. But me being, like, you know, it's a school, like, I feel like they did not teach the courses really well. They let everybody just do whatever. Even when it comes to, like, tests, like, they let you just, you know, do whatever. They don't really take it seriously. I feel like some people did not really learn the material. They did not really learn the topics, the things in the books and stuff like that, because they just copied off of the book. They just had free will to do anything and whatever. And me, I feel like if I'm going to school, like, I want to learn something, okay? I want to leave the school and be able to learn. Now, on some occasions, it's fine. I'm not like, you know, all right, let me look at the book real quick. I don't know nothing. Sometimes, like, I want to pass my test. Let me look at the book. But, you know, it's like, are they going to study with you after? Like, are they going to go over your wrong answers and stuff like that? That's another thing. So that's one of the other reasons why I'm like, the teachers, their personality-wise, it was good. But some of them, they were just not really great teachers, okay? So, and then when you look at the director, which was this lady, and she was just the worst. Yo, I had the worst experience with her. She was just the worst director ever. And I think they fired her. Like, after I graduated, I think they fired her, because when I was there, our class, it was a whole thing. Like, I'm telling you, it was a whole thing that involved, like, a lawsuit or something like that. I heard after I graduated with one of the aesthetic students. with that lady because you just feel like they don't listen to you, right? And you feel like if you're paying, you're asking questions, you're saying that, oh, you feel like aesthetics program is not supported as much as cosmetology program or whatever, or you feel like you could have more resources and stuff like that, and they're not listening. It's kind of like, why am I paying $10,000 to be here every day, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 to be here? And it's just discouraging. And I feel like that's why most people don't finish. Most people just get discouraged. They just, you know, sometimes I would really go to the school and I would sit there with nothing to do like all day, and I would just have to like practice on a dummy or practice on another student. Like, it was just like, sometimes they didn't even care. You just sit there literally all day, like all day. So because also you got to think about it, like, you just come in, it's like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, right? So it's like when you just come in, like the first 2 months, I think you're like a freshman and a sophomore. That's not what they call it because it's not like high school or anything, but I'm just giving an example. So you stay only doing books and working on like your textbooks and like terms and stuff like that. And then for the next 2 months, then that's when you go on the floor, which is when you get to work on clients, right? You get to work on clients, which you don't get paid for, which of course I understand because you get the experience. So that's not a problem with me. So that's when you get to work on clients. And sometimes the clients do tip you based on how they like your service or what you provided or whatever. So like I'm saying, so the next 2 months, that's when you go on the floor because you're senior. That's when you get to work on clients and da-da-da. And then you practice for your state exam, your state board, all that stuff, okay? So basically, overall, like I was saying, it was my school, so I don't want you guys to get discouraged. I'm gonna keep saying this. Don't get discouraged to go. It was just my experience on my school, the district, the state where I'm from, stuff like that. It was just my experience, okay? You might go live somewhere else, you go and you have the best experience ever, and it's like, you know, that's good. So come to the makeup part of the course, okay? This is where I got most disappointed, was with the makeup course, because I love makeup. As you guys know, I do makeup. I've been doing makeup, and of course, like sometimes like we YouTubers or like makeup artists and like, you know, self-taught MUAs and stuff, we do makeup very differently from like a licensed MUA or from like somebody that's been doing makeup for a while, the different styles and stuff. So that I get, but it was just nothing like I expected. It was just whatever. Like, I felt like they didn't even try. Like, this shit got me, yo, excuse my language, but it got me tight. Like, I was like, bro, like, you know, it's like they didn't do it like how I was expecting it to. I guess it was just all my expectations and stuff. They didn't do it how I expected to and whatever. So I was just like, whatever. At this point, this is why I was missing so many hours, because sometimes I did not feel motivated to wake up. If it's something that I love so much, trust me, I don't care what time it is, I'm waking up to get there on time. I'm waking up to go there. I'm waking up doing this, doing that to make sure that my butt is there, okay? But if like I start to get discouraged and unmotivated, like it make me like not show up. It make me just unfocused. It makes me like lose my, you know, my thing for it. And that's crazy because that's something I love, like I'm saying, right? So this is why like I was like 1 month ahead. I ended up having to pay and everything like that. So I just felt like, and the crazy part is everybody was complaining, okay? Everybody in the aesthetics program was complaining. So I know it's not only me. There was just everybody. It was always a fight. It was always a fight, like every day. Like somebody always has something wrong that the administrator like could not fix. The teachers could not, like they're not doing nothing about it. There was always something with the student. Always something. And you feel like they don't listen to you, and you feel like it's just like, why are you here? So that was my experience, okay? So, like I said, $10,000 was the amount it cost for the course. $10,000 for 4 months, 600 hours. And I went to New York. I'm just recapping back so you guys just, you know, catch up with me. And there was about, how many students would I say? there was about like, I went to the morning course. I'm just talking about the morning part of the course because there's morning and there's evening. So I went to morning 9 to 5. So in the 9 to 5 for aesthetics, there was about like 15 students, not even like 10 students, about 10 students, whatever. So that is not that many students for somebody to not be able to, you know, I feel like help one-on-one or just, you know, it was just so to get to the questions, I don't even know what to say. Like, to get to the question of this video, was it worth it? All right, so I'm gonna answer it like this. Was it worth it to me? To me, it was not worth it. Okay, to me, it was not worth it. To me, I wasted my money. To me, because there's self-taught MUAs, self-taught this, self-taught that, that are really up there, that are making their money, that are not licensed, that are getting booked and everything like that. So it's not like, you know, it was necessary, but it's better to have your license in a sense, you know what I'm saying? So it's better to have your license in case you want to open up your own shop. You're gonna need it anyways, and because you want to work in a salon, you're gonna need it anyways, unless like you're really good and working with like top people and stuff like that. But for me, it was like the worst experience. It was not worth it. Did I regret it? I did not regret going to beauty school. I did not regret it, but would I do it again? No, absolutely not. The only thing I would do is probably some like outside classes, like, you know, like just to learn more about stuff that I thought that I would be learning while I was in school that I did not learn. They have like extensive classes throughout other corporations, other business, or other people, whatever, that does those classes, hands-on classes that I feel like I could learn more about that I did not learn at the school I went to. So those are the only classes I feel like I would take, but I did not regret it, like I said, because you get to get your license and stuff like that, which is better for you, and it's a better look, and it gets you more bookings and everything like that. But if like it was not necessary to get a license, I would not recommend it. Like, it would just be pointless. It would just be, you know, at least to me, it was just not a good experience. So like I said, do your research before you go. Look up some reviews and stuff like that. Ask questions to people from people who's been there, just like I'm doing this video. If you have any questions about like beauty school and stuff like that, just ask them down below, and trust me, I would not mind to answer and give you guys some information, some more information of things that I did not even put in here. But other than that, that was just my experience, and this is just how I feel, and that's what happened with me when I went there. So I hope this video was not too long, and this is gonna be it for today's video, and I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I hope to see you guys next week. Bye.